Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. We've got a battle on the Erlingberg map, and it's the 808 from Fiddy Clan in the Char Futur 4. The battle is an assault mode, and he's on the attacking team, which means they've got 10 minutes to kill all of the tanks or to capture the base. Now, you've probably seen the Char Futur 4 before on this channel, but the quick summary is that it is a reward tank from Battle Pass that you can obtain with tokens. I think it'll take 9 tokens to get this, and this is probably the best, one of the two best choices of your tokens. The other one being the Phase 1. And he's not quite reloaded in time there, you can see, but he is in time for that T-54. Gets one shot into him. Gets another shot in, but takes a hit from the enemy Char Futur 4. So you can see the reload time for his clip is relatively long, and even the end clip shell reload time is pretty low. Just trying to get hits in on that EBR 90 there, and he managed to land one on him, which is good, but that uses up his clip, and he's gone into reload. Now you can see he's using the standard round here, which is APCR, and one of the main reasons for that, particularly the early stage of the game, is when the EBRs are scouting around, you want your highest velocity shell to give you the best chance of shooting, and the fact that if you've got heat rounds as your premium round, apart from lower shell velocity, then sometimes they'll just explode on the outside of the tyres and not do any actual damage. Might slow them down, but they don't actually reduce their hit points. Anyway, still looking for that EBR. Puts in another shot there, nice high roll there, 467. Fires another shot off him, but that doesn't connect. But he's got him down to one shot. And he's just holding on his 2 shots here, giving the long reload time. That's a pretty wise move. And seeing whether that Wheezy 120 is going to poke out. Goes for a nice shot right in the corner there, which gets him. It does take a hit there from that EBR. You can see the view range distances here pretty small, so not much chance of staying dark while you're shooting at this distance. And he's just looking for anyone he can. In fact, there's the Char Futur 4 has been lit up by something, probably the tanks in town. Puts a nice hit into him along with some other tanks doing damage. But that takes his last shot out of his clip, so he's coming back now to basically to reload, do a bit of scouting if we can. No, he's pulling right back to the corner. Okay, the enemy Char Futur 4 is drowned. That's unfortunate, but that takes away one of the threats. You can see 808, it's up to 2.3 cave damage already, so definitely been making his gun work. And the teams are actually quite level on hit points overall, and certainly on tanks, so he's doing his best to keep his team in the game. And don't forget, they've only got 10 minutes in total, so at this point they're just under 7 minutes to go. He's got a nice spot here which I hadn't noticed before. You can get a view through that hole, which means any tanks coming up the slope on the far side of the castle, you'll be able to shoot through this gap. That's a nice vantage point there. This would play out in any of the standard battles as well. In fact, there's the Progetto again, but he's just on the other side of the slope, so not giving any vision to 808. So he's pushing up here, but putting himself on the reload. Still using his standard shells. In fact, there's the Progetto and the EBR now spotted coming towards the T-49. They might think that he's by himself. And I think 808's thinking, alright, well, maybe I can get a bit of this action. They might be focusing on the T-49. And here he is rolling up to come in through this side portal here. T-49's fighter shot is going to be a bit long on the next one. And these tanks don't notice him. He gets rid of the EBR. He's got one more shot coming in for the Progetto, which he gets in. And he's got 2 more, just gets the top of the turret as the Progetto pulls back and kills him. So that's a very lucky shot, highly skilled, we should say. 808, there's no mystery about his numbers, they are all down to skill. And you can see he's got 1 mark of excellence on this gun already. Oh, what are you doing? He's just taking a dive. He's taken a bit of a hit to his hit points there. He's done more damage to his tank than some of the enemy shells that have come in. A bit unfortunate, but he's certainly got enough to probably take 2 hits from most tanks. So I don't think that's going to hold him back. He's over 3k damage now. Now, what was the benefit of doing what he's just done in terms of getting rid of those tanks is he knows this flank is clear now. The Char 4 is gone, the EBR's gone, and the Progetto's gone. So this flank is basically open now. He can come up and get what should be side shots for most of his things. And in fact, there he's found that Wheezy 120 who's facing to the side and he's aiming for the front sprocket, gets him tracked. And he hasn't repaired, and if he was repairing, it's too late. He's taking that Wheezy 120 out of the game, and then he's spotted V4005. Puts 1 shot in, and he's got 1 more shot in his magazine, gets another hit in, and he's just keeping that FV4005 spotted. He hasn't been spotted himself, so he's pretty safe here. And the 4005 is trying to get out of vision, but he's taken a big hit, and 808's picked up all that spotting damage, which is really useful because it didn't cost you any ammunition to collect that damage. So pushing up again here, taking advantage of some of this cover. So someone's already knocked over a tree here, probably one of the enemy tanks, and he's got this nice bush, a bit of extra cover, and to see what else he can light, or in fact other people might light. In fact, there's a Waffenträger Alpha Panzer 4. Just going for the shot on there. I think he just went a bit to the right and probably hit the building. So the problem with the outlines is you see the whole outline once part of the tank is visible, but you don't really see what's behind cover or not behind cover. But anyway, he's getting shots in. 1 more shot in the magazine after this. Will he get the kill? No, he doesn't. He picks up a little bit of assisted damage. No, he doesn't. Everyone's too close, so he wasn't lighting that tank for anyone else. Anyway, that FV4005 is still there, but now he's gone. And he's on reload, so no point putting himself out into risk. Well, he can't do anything about it. Tanks are swarming around those 2 tier 10s there, and they're both gone. And he's just come up here. Unfortunately, he got lit by one of them just before they died. So he's taking a bit of hard cover here. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the game. But he's now fully loaded. Fully loaded. And he did get spotted again. Must have been the IS-4. And unfortunately, you're on the bridge. If someone's shooting at you, you can't do much about it except push forward. But he's just counting the map here. 2 players on the map seen, 2 unseen, means they're both going to be in this corner, most likely. And he's got 4 shells left and 2 minutes to go in the game. He spotted the arty. Doesn't waste a shot on the arty. But now he's found the Jagdpanzer E100 full health. Just sitting there, not doing a whole lot. Gets 1 shot in. No, he's not AFK, so he's turned around, but must have been facing the guys on the hill, and he's got the low front plate. He can go through without any problems. 1 more shot, and in fact, T49 takes out the remaining hit points of that Jagdpanzer, and that's the end of the game. Nearly 6.5k of damage. Wow. Let's go and have a look at the results. So another Ace Tanker Mastery badge there for the 808, and the high caliber award for the most damage there. 64.56 of direct damage and 29.65 of assisted damage gives him a pretty significant amount of combined damage, 9.5k. And don't forget, he was a medium tank in that game, tier 10 game as well, so he wasn't the top tier. Let's have a look at the team score there. 1632 base experience, quite a significant amount of base experience there. Best results there otherwise, the Wheezy 111 5A, who pushed up through the middle, got 4k of damage, so he'd be pretty happy with that, and getting 1000k of experience in tier 10 might have got him an ace tanker as well. The IS-4 also did pretty well, nearly just over 3.5k, and a good spread of damage from the rest of the team. But really, the those two top tanks did 10k damage between the two of them, which is pretty significant. That's 5 whole tanks worth of hit points at tier 10, pretty much. And on the enemy team, the Progetto that he dealt with, 3k damage, and Object 279 with 2k, but all the rest of them just doing average amounts of damage there. So quite a big step down from the winning team there, and given they were on defense and only had to defend for 10 minutes. Yeah, not a great result there. Detail view, 24 shots fired, only 19 hit. There were a few blind shots there, or shots particularly towards the EBR, which, yeah, low probability, but of his shots hit, all but one penetrated. Gave him his damage total, and the assisted damage he got close to the end there from spotting right up at the corner. And by firing mostly non-premium ammunition, he did use a premium consumable, but he still made 47k of credit, so good result there even at tier 9. So another great game there from The808. Certainly if you like this, please give the video a like, a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing, and we'll certainly have more good content for you through the week. So thanks for watching.